AI agency this, AI agency that. Everybody is preaching this new business model. But the truth is, it's been around for 2 years. I was one of the first people to do it. I invested tens of thousands of dollars into this business model before I received a single dollar back. But if you look at my life today, and if you look at what I have now, I will say I have no regrets. But there's a few big truths about the AI agency model that none of these YouTubers, none of these guys running Facebook ads promoting their courses on it want to talk about. In this video, I want to share that with you. So like I said, I started my AI agency 2 years ago. I actually just turned 18 yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. But I was some random 16-year-old living in his bedroom. I had literally $0 to my name. I came from no money, lived in a very small town in the middle of nowhere, Virginia. Parents worked a minimum wage. And I ultimately knew nothing about running a successful business. There was just no knowledge in my head. I didn't even know business owners so I could go to for advice. Today, my mom is completely retired. I send her money every month. She doesn't have to work. I've moved into my dream high-rise apartment here in Austin, Texas. I drive my dream car, a Ferrari 296 is the key if you don't believe me, and I wear my dream watch. I ultimately built my dream life, and it only took 2 years, but the truth is, there's a lot of slop when it comes to this AI automation space. The idea of running an AI automation agency, it wasn't unique to me. Tens of thousands of people just like me, people who were probably in better situations than me, went out and tried to start one of these AI automation agencies. But if you look online, I'm one of the only success stories you'll ever hear about when it comes to this business model. There's really less than 5 to 10 people that I can think of off the top of my head who are public at least, who have seen success with this business model, and I'm friends with most of them. So you might ask, why is that? Why is it that this model that everybody's preaching, everybody's running ads for, everybody's talking about it online, why is there so few real success stories who can show tangible proof of success? Well, it actually makes perfect sense. While the 99% was sitting in their bedroom playing with innate-in automations, testing their Zapier AI agents, just sitting around building all these tools, mastering every tool, I was selling. I was taking sales calls, getting told no hundreds and hundreds of times, just to get told yes thousands of times. I don't think that's maybe a hyperbole. I probably haven't closed 1,000 clients yet. But as you guys can see, while everybody else was on N8N, working on these little automations, working on these little zaps, all this stuff, playing, the equivalent of just masturbating, mental masturbation, I was out here selling. I was getting on sales calls and I was transacting. I was making $10,000 payments. 10 years of training doesn't equate to 1 month on the battlefield. Sitting around learning the ins and outs of these various AI tools without signing real clients is the equivalent to spending your whole life reading hundreds of self-help books, but ultimately never taking action on the information inside of these self-help books. It's quite literally just a waste of time. Instead of focusing on mastering how I was going to build all these AI tools, I instead focused on mastering how I sell these AI tools, how to get a business owner to go from I don't want to buy this to I want to buy this. That is what ultimately changed my life. And now everyone who's sitting around mastering those tools all day, they actually work for me now. They're part of my dev team because I'm the one who makes the real money. You see, I don't run the AI automation agency model that most of these guys and gurus online preach. I consider myself more of an AI arbitrage agency. And what that means is I'm essentially just the middleman. I find super talented AI developers, I connect them with local businesses who need AI services, and I pocket 70% of the profits. So this is kind of the visual representation right here. Essentially what happens is my client will give me 3 stacks of money, and then I'll give one of my 3 stacks of money to an AI contractor who will then build the service and deliver it to my client. Meaning essentially I did no work and I get to keep 2 stacks of money. That's exactly kind of what I do when it comes to the AI agency model. And just to kind of personify this and make it, a very clear point, I want to show you guys a real world example. If you want to sell a home, there's 2 people who are needed. Number 1 is the home builder. He's breaking his back, bottom of the ladder, barely getting by. He ain't making no money. And then there's the home seller. It's 10 times easier to be a home seller, close to the top of the ladder. And he's more than getting by. He's killing it. Essentially, the home builder builds the home so it can be sold. But the home seller, they connect the built home with a buyer. They're not doing the hard work. They're not getting their hands dirty. They're just connecting people. And the richest people in the world are middlemen. Just take a look at Peter Thiel. He built his fortune by connecting startups who needed money with investors who had money and then kept a small cut of the deal for himself. It's really not that difficult. That's how Peter Thiel made all of his money when he was first starting out. If you want to build real wealth with AI, you'll never do it by building bots or sitting on N8N all day learning these tools. You will create this wealth by going out and selling these AI agents. So you might ask yourself, what AI agents are we actually selling to a business? Well, you don't just want to give a business a brick. A lot of AI agencies, they give a business a brick. No matter how you flip the brick, it'll never take a business that you're working with from their current situation to their desired outcome. It just can't do it. It's just one thing. What I like to do is give the business multiple bricks to build a full bridge that takes them from their current situation all the way to their desired outcome. Hundreds of bricks are in a bridge to take someone from A to Z. Now, obviously, with AI agency, you don't have to do hundreds of bricks. Even 3 can get you by. So this is the exact AI agency offering that I sell, and I'll break down how much I sell it for, who I sell it to later on in this video, but this is the exact system I use. Number 1 is lead generation. We run AI-generated meta ads to generate leads for a business. Then once those leads are generated, we help them with appointment setting. We will build a retail AI calling agent to call the leads generated and set them into sales appointments. And then the third thing is closing those appointments. We'll help a business close more appointments by using Claude AI to analyze their sales conversations and rewrite their script based on data. Once again, opposed to giving them one of these things, like for example, lead gen, or helping them close deals, we're doing all of these things so they go from A to Z. That's exactly what you want to do. So you might ask, where do I find these contractors to fulfill on the system that you just talked about? This looks confusing. I don't know how to generate leads with AI. I don't know how to build retail AI callers. Well, essentially all you do is you go to a platform called Upwork. You press post a job. You guys can see it right here in the screenshot, that little green button right there, post a job. And you use their AI job builder to create a job based on a very basic description. Then you just set the appropriate budget, and we'll cover the budget later in this video because I'll talk about the profit margins, and then repeat this for the free roles that you need. You're going to need a meta advertiser, obviously, to generate the leads and run the AI ads. You're going to need that AI caller developer to build the retail AI agent that'll call the leads, and then just a general virtual assistant can help with that sales stuff where you're using Claude AI to rewrite the sales script. All you're doing is using Upwork's AI tool. They have an AI job builder, so you just write a sentence. And after that sentence is written, it's going to use AI to look at the algorithm and see the most successful job postings that get the most qualified applicants. It's just going to write it for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, once that job post is live, obviously you need to review the applicants. Most high-quality applicants will film a personalized video walking you through their experience. For example, this is an applicant I got in one of my things called Nicholas. Right here in his cover letter, which is kind of like his pitch to you, he's like, hey, I'd love to be your retail agent. Just recorded a 2-minute video on my approach. Super easy. I'm like enticed by this. This is awesome. I like getting personalized videos, and most quality people will do this. So be on the lookout for that, and always look at their past work. All of their work history is public on Upwork. So all you got to do is you just scroll down, kind of what you're seeing right here, and it shows everyone they've worked with in the past, how many jobs they've done. As you can see, this guy's even like top rated, has a 100% success rate. If anybody has under a 90% success rate, I usually don't hire them. I always shoot for 90% or higher success rate for someone to join my team. But obviously that's up to your opinion and your liking to make that decision on. But yeah, it's very easy to screen people through Upwork. That's why we use it. It's hard for people to lie about their expertise, because if they lie, it's on their public profile and they can't really get rid of that. It's like kind of always there. So who do we sell this free system to? Well, I like to sell it to the local service-based businesses. It's kind of like an iceberg. The lower we go down on the scale, the better the business is. So at the top, we kind of have the high-ticket online businesses. This is like online coaches, course sellers, marketing agencies. You could sell to these people, but it's going to be rough. Thousands of people already selling thousands of things to them. Then you have independent agents. So what I mean by that is like real estate agents or insurance agents, where they don't necessarily run a business, but they could still, in theory, use your AI system, which generates leads, sets leads into appointments, and then helps them close those deals. Kind of in the middle is the professional services. This is like the accounting firms, the law firms, people like that, more of like the suit and tie, white collar businesses. Then you have medical companies. You could do it for med spas, plastic surgeons, people like that. But in my opinion, the best type of niche to sell to is the home service companies. And the reason I say that that is because they just make so much money per job. And we'll dive into that later in this video. But a home service company, it's so easy for them to see the ROI. And overall, these home service business owners are truthfully the most uneducated people out of all of these that I just mentioned here. They're not going to sit around and question your expertise. They're not going to sit around and try to think they're smarter than you. They know that they can't build the system on their own and they need help, which is always the situation you want to be in. But something that's super important is the ability to hyper niche. So you don't just want to be like, oh, I go in the medical, or oh, I go in the home service. You want to hyper niche. So when it comes to medical, some examples of this could be like a peptide clinic, a med spa, or a dentist. Or if you go home service companies, this could be a roofing company, HVAC company, remodeling company. And you just want to ask yourself, like I was talking about before, how much do these businesses make per transaction? So for example, a roofing company in America, this is a quick like ChatGPT search, one widely cited estimate, about $25,000 for a 2,000 square foot home. Or if you look here, about $1,500, it could be anywhere from $7,000 to $14,000. That's super easy. This means you could charge a business owner, for example, $10,000, and on average, all it takes is one job for them to make the money. Well, let's say you're selling the nail salons, or they make maybe $100 per client. It'll take like 20 clients to make their money back. So it's just so easy for these business owners to see the ROI whenever you pitch your system. So how much do we sell this free step system for, and what is the profit margin? Well, as I mentioned before, the free step system is in three parts. You have the meta ads, you have the retail AI dev, and you have the virtual assistant doing that work. And we sell this as a free step offer for $10,000 up front. And with that $10,000 up front, they also get 3 months of support included. So you'll be supporting them for 3 months. Now, when it comes to Meta Ads Expert, you're going to pay that person $500 per month to fulfill. Like I said, 3 months of support is included, so that'll be $1,500 in total. Then you pay the retail AI developer $1,000, just a one-time fixed cost to build the AI system. And then your virtual assistant is just a $300 per month fixed cost to rewrite the sales script and make them better for the business owner. All in all, if you sell the system for 10 grand up front, you are pocketing $7,200, which is great. That's a 72% profit margin. You really can't beat that with any other business. And the best part about running an AI agency is that's not it. You also get the opportunity to upsell. After the 3 months, obviously we want them to continue paying us. So we're going to upsell them on monthly management for the system after 3 months of support. And that's usually about $1,500 per month. Hopefully you got value out of this video. I might have mentioned it 1 or 2 times throughout this video, but I do run a private AI agency mastermind. Inside my mastermind, you literally get one-on-one coaching from me. You basically get my personal phone number. You can text me whenever you have questions. I do 5 weekly Zoom calls. You can hop on and ask me any questions. You get all my templates and systems to acquire high-ticket clients, and you get all my templates and systems to fulfill for those high-ticket clients and make them happy clients who pay you for life, just like what I was talking about. Now, if this sounds even 1% interesting to you and you want to get one-on-one coaching to help yourself start and scale your own AI agency, then click the top and only link in the description of this video to book a one-on-one game plan call either with me personally or my business partner if I can't make it. We'll, number one, hop on and give you a bit of a game plan to start your agency, but more importantly, see if we feel like you're a fit for a private mastermind, and if that's the case, we'll extend that invitation. So like I said, guys, if it's even 1% interesting, click that link in the description, book that game plan call, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.